There are new games incoming. The game that you are looking at currently is a game named God Slayer. And this God Slayer takes the main protagonist as he seeks revenge for the gods killing his family. Now, what is interesting about this game is that this game comes from the China Hero project. Yes, from that particular project. So, most Sony fans, most ponies, they believe that this game is going to be a sweet, sweet exclusive for the PlayStation 5. So much so that these ponies are out in the rain, in the sun, and in the snow, training to play this game. Yes, these ponies are training because in their mind, this game is exclusive. Now, in this video, you would see how, although the PlayStation crew is saying Xbox is dead, that Xbox gamers don't buy games, how one company is ensuring that Xbox gamers are eating good. In the meantime, we know that recently we had that rumor where they said that Steam is coming to Xbox, and although I would say that Hip Hop Gamer is not entirely accurate with all his rumors, it did have one or two rumors where it did come true what he said. However, that rumor has these ponies doing all sorts of damage control.
Direct donation from Jay 17 hours ago, just Jay. And I do apologize that I seemingly missed this direct donation while I was streaming gameplay. But he says, I know this is not on the docket for today, but any thoughts on the rumor that PlayStation is going to have Steam on the PS6? So, yeah, I apparently was just informed of this as I started the stream up today. I'm going to say that's not happening. And
you sure about that? You sure about that?
I wouldn't even entertain that.
You see, what MBG is doing here is that he's not learning from his past mistakes. Never did these ponies believe that Sony would have put Helldivers 2 onto Xbox. So they have to understand to never say never. I mean, I would have never expected seeing this. You see, who would have guessed that? Who would have seen a squirrel shooting a woodpecker on their bingo card for this year?
I wouldn't, because it's not going to happen. I think most people know why that wouldn't happen, but Steam being on PlayStation would quite literally risk collapsing Sony's business model. Sony's business model is you buy a PlayStation console, and that PlayStation console gives you access to their storefront digitally, or physical games if you still prefer to buy physically. But because most people are buying digital, we'll just say, the digital storefront. And what that means is that everything you do on PlayStation goes through Sony. So if you want to play Fortnite, sure, Fortnite isn't made by Sony. If you want to play Fortnite on the PS5, free to play, download it. But hey, you buy a microtransaction, you buy a skin, 30% of that goes to Sony. You want to play Call of Duty, you want to play GTA, you buy a game. Any game, 30% goes to Sony. If Sony puts Steam on PlayStation, they lose that.
And these ponies never learn. They never learn. Don't say what Sony is going to do. You guys don't know. You guys are not in these boardrooms. You don't know what deal they are putting in place. You just don't know. So have nothing to say about it. Just wait and see what develops from it. So, as these ponies continue to deny what Sony is going to do or try to guess what Sony is going to do, we will sit back here and wait to see what the PlayStation 6 has in store for us. But I'll tell you this, if Steam does come to the PlayStation 6, ooh, buddy, that will be a sweet, sweet time period to be in. So, it's been a while since I played the intro, so let's do exactly that. Let's get it!
This is a sickness!
Let's get it! So before we continue the video, guys, do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Of course, when you do that, you get some of the best Xbox and gaming content out here in these streets. Of course, we attempt to make you laugh and just have a little fun. So if this type of content interests you, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button today. Now let's get back to the video. So most of us would have grown up with Nintendo, but over the years, some persons have fallen out of love for Nintendo, simply because they don't make the games that they would like to play currently. But Nintendo still has a fond place in a lot of gamers' heart, especially when it comes to nostalgia, playing with their kids and so forth. It's more a clean console when it comes to the content and so forth. Now, in 2025, Nintendo is really showing their anti-consumer ways. I don't know if it is they smelling themselves, they are too powerful, seeing that the Switch 2 is, selling out real fast or what have you. But Nintendo is at it again. This time, they are making their fans drive around in the desert in silence unless you buy this $30 amiibo. So they could have easily put the music in the game while riding the bike, but they are saying if you want to listen to these sweet, sweet tunes, you have to pay up $30. I mean, come on, Nintendo, come on, better than that. Wow, wow, wow. Luke Stevens tweeted, let me get this straight. If you paid $30 for a collectible Samus Amiibo in Metroid 4, you get to play select music while driving the Viola bike in the otherwise quiet desert. In other words, they lock music while riding through the desert behind a $30 paywall. Am I missing something that makes this not insane? So I mean, as Nintendo continue to, charge persons to listen to tunes, we have some interesting stats here when it comes to Call of Duty Black Ops 7, because while these ponies said Black Ops 7 is dead, and I would admit that it is not making waves like previous Call of Duties, this is what Call of Duty is doing on PlayStation as we speak. Wait a minute. Am I seeing Call of Duty Black Ops 7 as the #1 game on PlayStation in the US and in Canada? What is even going on here? And in the EU? I thought these ponies told me that this particular game is crap, that Call of Duty is dead. So then why are so many PlayStation fans playing it? This exposes that a lot of these guys on Twitter don't know what they are talking about. Next small story is this. Although Sony is trying their best to see how best they can beat Nintendo in Japan, we are seeing that the plans failed. Although they would have reduced their PlayStation 5, the Switch 2 is still outpacing the PlayStation 5. Look at this here. Look at these sales here. I mean, don't even bring Xbox into the discussion. I know these ponies will do exactly that. Xbox was never in the running when it comes to Japan, selling consoles in Japan. Let's be real. Finally, let's talk about God Slayer, the game that you're seeing being played on the screen here. Ponies were asking themselves, is this game exclusive, seeing that Sony is the one who is sponsoring the China Hero project? Well, listen to this.
The God Slayer is bringing its open-world RPG to Xbox, and it's getting help from PlayStation. A few hours ago, We were treated to the reveal of a new open-world RPG from Patty Games, My Time at Sandrock. Let's School, called The God Slayer. And it's got a particularly interesting connection to the folks at PlayStation. This game is part of the PlayStation China Hero project, which is described as providing development, publishing, and marketing support for its titles. Our sister site Push Square was contacted by Patty Games following the announcement to confirm that the God Slayer remains part of the project despite the multi-platform reveal. Push Square. We asked how Sony is supporting the project, and a spokesperson told us Sony is assisting the project with some game development support, marketing, and publishing. More information is explained on their official website. Push Square then went on to ask whether the God Slayer would be a timed exclusive and what Sony was getting in return for its investment and support. But the developer advised that they couldn't comment further. For what it's worth, we have seen PlayStation China Hero Project games on Xbox before, but they've typically been timed exclusives. FISD, Forge and Shadow Torch took 2 years to reach Xbox after its PS5 release. For example, whatever the case may be, we're still looking forward to playing the God Slayer on Xbox. And this first glimpse looks pretty promising. You can watch the Xbox trailer up above, the gameplay trailer down below, and below that is a bit more on the premise of the game and what you can expect from it.
So let's think about that, guys. Sony is helping out this team here that is making God Slayer with the publishing. They are even helping them out with some development, right? And yet still, they didn't say to keep this game exclusive to PlayStation. Now, in the past, Sony would have told certain studios to keep games off of Xbox for less. They basically just paid them money. And Sony is doing all of this for God Slayer, a game that no doubt would drive PlayStation 5 sales up. And they are not saying to keep it exclusive to PlayStation. Why is that? Why is God Slayer coming to a dead platform, to a platform that people don't buy games? Think about it. If the PlayStation community is saying Xbox is dead, if they are saying that Xbox players have been taught not to buy games, then why is Sony still making the effort or telling the studio to put in the effort to port this game to the Xbox systems? Could anyone tell me why? Tell me why? So it just goes to show how, again, these guys on Twitter, these guys on YouTube, they don't know what they are talking about. They don't know what Sony is planning. They don't know what Sony is doing. Sony is different today compared to the Sony of the PlayStation 4 or the Sony of the PlayStation 3. So let me hear what you think about this. Did you expect this Sony-sponsored game to be coming on Xbox? Let me know in the comment sections below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.